Mental health and mental well-being is something that is not very common and talked about in Nepal, especially amongst men, and I feel like that is something that's very important to be talked about. Personally, I'd say that it's really helped me in my personal life and other areas where my friends and family have made themselves available to talk to, about emotions and not being always incredibly strong mentally, and sometimes not being okay. And people, especially the male figures in my life, being available for like something that the male figures might be more able to relate to more. That's been incredibly helpful, and what I've realized out of that is I think it's incredibly important for men to talk to men about being mentally fragile sometimes, and asking if people are doing okay, asking about people's mental well-being, and it doesn't always have to be that somebody has to be sad for that issue to come up. Just asking if you're okay to your mate or to your father, grandfather. I mean, obviously everybody should ask everyone, but because it's such an ignored matter in the Nepali society amongst men, I think it's very important. So for men to just ask men, fathers to ask their sons, and sons to ask their fathers, and brothers just about how they're doing, and how they can, if at all, help. And if nothing at all, they can just be there to communicate and talk about it, if there is no resolution. So that is something that I feel is very important. I'm certainly grateful that I've had such roles and people in my life to do that, and it's certainly made my life better. And I think it's something that we should all try to practice as much as we can. With that said as well, I think in terms of what society holds, in terms of roles, it's expected almost in our society for men to be strong all the time, and because they're expected to be breadwinners, they're supposed to bear the burden at the top, like it accumulates amongst the family, and it's almost as if people assume that they need to be stern and strong all the time and ignore feelings, ignore emotions, and whether they're going through rough times or happy times, that they always have to be super responsible and not actually celebrate and not actually embrace those emotions. And that, I think, is a largely misplaced idea. And I think the celebration of good things and the struggle to overcome the bad things in situations is something that should be shared. Men do not always have to be super stern and angry and rude and take the pressure. It can be shared, especially as we're approaching the correct idea of gender equality as well. It's important to be said that women can bear equal burden as well, so that can be spread amongst the people and family, and because of that, I think it's something that people should talk about more, and then address more about men not always having to close off emotions and being expressive, and actually everyone being expressive with their emotions and mental health and important matters as such.